They don't know what to do. They're like, holy crap, they know where we are. We could be shot from any angle. We could be peeked from anywhere. This is terrible. We're about to die. Everyone strap on your pants. Let's talk about Valorant. Today we're going to be doing a Cypher character breakdown. This one is also by Abraham Lincoln. This one we're going to make this one by George Washington, okay? George Washington. I forgot to change the title slide. I know. George Washington's our boy. We got all of our founding fathers coming out to make these slides. It's real cool of them helping us out. I appreciate them for them, okay? This is our last character breakdown, hopefully, until they release a new character, and then we got to cover that one. We've done 7 so far. We're finally done. I'm excited for it. Not that I don't like these character breakdowns, but like, oh my gosh, doing 8 of them, that takes a long time, dude. That's a lot of stream time. So, but we're almost there. We're almost there, okay? We saved the best for last. We're going to be talking about my boy, Cypher. I'm super excited for him. Before we get into it, though, if you have not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so. We've talked about every character so far. That's absolutely nuts. Join the Discord. You can see all these beautiful people in there who are in chat currently. I love all their faces. And then don't sit directly in front of the TV. I don't know if this is absolutely necessary in these days, but you remember your mom used to tell you not to do that when you were a kid, if you were born anytime before the 2000s. If you're born after 2000s, dude, we still love you. Okay, anyway. Who is Cypher, dude? We're going to be talking about who he is. We're going to be breaking down each ability that they have and how they function. And then we're going to be talking about the way that players will use these abilities to give them a tactical advantage. Okay? We're getting into it. Let's keep going, boys. Who is Cypher? Cypher is the official spy of Valorant. Whenever you see him, he looks like the spy from TF2. He doesn't do quite the same things, but he's similar. Cypher is the one-man surveillance network who keeps tabs on the enemy's every move. No secret is safe. No maneuver goes unseen. Cypher is always watching. Ooh, okay. He's always watching. This is my boy. He's got the surveillance, dude. He's real sneaky. He's a character who uses utility to obtain information on the enemy's location. Very similar to characters in Rainbow Six Siege, so Rainbow Six fans will probably like this guy. His signature ability is called Spy Cam. Cypher will place a remote camera. After placing, reactivate to view the video feed. Left click while on the camera to fire a tracking dart. Recharges when picked up or killed. This camera is pretty much the same thing as in Rainbow Six Siege. You put you'd have the camera up. He can fire darts from it though, which will track people, which is pretty cool. Being able to fire tracking darts and like hit somebody with it, people are gonna know exactly where they are. I guess that's his form of marking people, which is interesting. When he's not using it, it's actually stealthed, so that's actually interesting too. They can't see it and kill it while it's like that. Thank you for the follow there, Simp. I appreciate it. And then it can also be moved. So it says that it can be moved when it's picked up or killed. So he can pick it up and he can replace it. When it's killed, I guess it recharges as well, and he can replace it somewhere else. So that's interesting, absolutely. Yeah, one of my flaws in Rainbow Six Siege, though, when I played characters, I would always forget to use my cameras. So that's where people are going to really excel with this ability. If you played a lot of Rainbow Six and you can remember to use these cameras, that's going to be really good. So information is key in that regard. His free ability, yes, he has 2. Interesting. This ability is also free. He has a signature ability, and then he also gets Trapwire, which triggers me for a reason. We'll get into that. Place a stealth tripwire. Why is it called Trapwire if they're going to call it a tripwire, dude? Place a stealth tripwire between 2 walls. Triggering enemies are restrained and revealed for a short time. If the trap is not destroyed, it activates to daze the trapped victim. It can also be picked up. I think it can be destroyed as well because it says if it's not destroyed. This ability is free. Wow, cool. Wow. I've heard it's stealthed. I've also heard that it's also just difficult to see, so I'm not sure which one of the 2 it is. But the point is, it roots people and it reveals them. This is gonna be a strong ability. If people are walking through like a smoke from a Viper or something, and they walk into this thing, they're gonna get rooted, dude, and then they'll get revealed. Imagine somebody gets rooted and revealed, and then they can't move because they're rooted, and then you peek around a corner and you just headshot them because you can see them. They're revealed. That's pretty cool. So that's gonna be really strong for people who are pushing a site. I'm not sure if this triggers on multiple people since it can be destroyed. Maybe when you get trapped, you can shoot it. I think that's what I've heard. When you get trapped, you can go and you can shoot it and it'll destroy it. I wonder if an entire team runs through this if all 5 of them get rooted. Imagine an entire team runs through this tripwire at the same time. They're all pushing like B tons on dust too, right? And then they run into this tripwire and then just you mow them all down. One quick sweep, dude. That would be disgusting. So this ability could be interesting. It's probably one-time uses when it's destroyed. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe, or like when it gets triggered, like it just dies. That's possible. Can they still use their gun? They could probably still use their gun. It says that they are restrained. It doesn't say that they are stunned. So I think restrained means they can't move. But yeah, we're thinking Valorant comes out in the summer. So yeah, that's what they said anyway. His next ability is going to be called Cyber Cage. Ooh, interesting. Toss out a remote activation trap. Reactivate to create a cage that slows enemies who pass through it. Look at the trap and press use to detonate, or hold activate to detonate all. Okay, so that means that he can place multiple traps. He probably gets like 2 charges of this. We don't actually see him in any of the videos, I don't think. So we don't actually know how many traps that he gets. But it can only be activated manually. This is something to keep in mind. He needs to look at the trap and he needs to like press E to activate it or something. This is really scary, this trap, if it gets Molotoved. So if he's playing with the site with like a character like Brimstone or Phoenix or something, and they try to push through this, they get locked into this trap. It slows them when they try to pass through it. And then if there's a Molotov on top of them, that can be very damaging. That can be very difficult to deal with. This is going to be a character, because of this Cyber Cage and the trap wire, that he's going to be very difficult to push into. He's going to be very scary when you walk into a site. If you walk into either of those traps, that could easily result in a death for you. He can also detonate it, apparently. I don't know if detonation will one-shot it. Probably not, but that's an interesting thing to keep in mind. This can also do damage when he detonates it. Yeah, when he detonates it. Dude, words are hard. It's going to be difficult to use. It'll probably use it when you see enemies committing to a site. If you pop it too early, they just back off. If you pop it too late, then they're past it already. So you got to pop it when they're running over it, basically, which will kind of leave it up to timing and like awareness. If you are aware that somebody's pushing the site, then you can use it. Maybe the spy cam is used for stuff like this. When you see a team pushing with your spy cam, then you can activate it. I don't know. It'll be interesting. And then his ultimate ability, his final ability, it's called Neural Theft. Extract information from the corpse of an enemy, revealing their location of their all living allies. This is the Caveira ability. If you played Rainbow Six, there's a character who can do this. When she kills you, she runs up to you if you're down, and she'll be like, "Hey, loser, where's your team at?" And she'll like kill him, and then it'll reveal their entire team. It goes down when she uses this in Rainbow Six. In Rainbow Six, when Caveira uses this ability, it'll fully wipe a team, pretty much. Like when it's activated, and I wrote down they go into panic mode. When they get vision of everybody on the enemy team, they don't know what to do. They're like, holy crap, they know where we are. We could be shot from any angle. We could be peeked from anywhere. This is terrible. We're about to die. It's a strong ability. Like, luckily, you have to kill somebody to be able to use it, and you need to have your ultimate up at the time. But this ability really does send people into panic mode. They do, especially Silvers. Yeah, you don't know what to do exactly when this ability goes off. At least I didn't, anyway. Potentially one of the strongest abilities in the game. I don't know if I would put it stronger than the res, but this could easily wipe a team or screw them up entirely. Imagine you're trying to do a time push, and then your lurk player gets killed on the other side of the map. You gotta go, dude. If they got a Cypher on the other side of the map who's about to reveal all of you, you guys gotta go. So knowing where the entire enemy team is completely changes how you're going to play. If you see that, like, you kill one dude and then you see the entire enemy team's clumped up in one area, you know where to rotate to. You know where they are. Like, so that's nice. Playing as Cypher. So all of his abilities are reactive. This is really interesting. He's not an aggressive player, so you're going to have to look at 2 sides of the map for him specifically. Defensive Cypher is going to be the strongest defensive player probably on the team. He's going to be able to place traps. He's going to be able to use the spy cam to his advantage. He could potentially play one site while still having traps and cameras on the other site. So this is really interesting. He could be helping out his team in 2 different places at once. And then offensive Cypher, he uses traps to watch his back while you're pushing and revealing, or to like reveal rotates if people are coming up behind you. To enter site late, he will be prepare for the retake. So you don't want to be the first one on the site. You're not going to be the entry fragger, but you'll be the guy who's setting up to prevent the enemy team from retaking. And then retakes will also be difficult for defenders. So I think that this is really interesting. When he sets down all of his traps and stuff, that's going to make it really difficult for them to come in. Just as difficult as it would be for the offensive players when he's on defense. Who should main Cypher, dude? Patient players. If you're waiting for the right opportunity to use a trap, you're going to have to be pretty patient. You don't want to activate it too early. You don't want to activate it too late. You're going to wait for the exact right moment for you to use these things. You're going to wait for people to walk into your traps so that you can kill them. That's exciting. I love that. Players who utilize information well. If you do really well with knowing like more things, more so than like if you're like the entry fragger, you're trying to do all these crazy things. If you really well just knowing where people are and you know how to play around that, you know how to position, being able to capitalize on this will really help you when you're playing a character like Cypher. And then lastly, if you play Rainbow Six and you want something familiar, this is the type of guy for you. Cypher or Sova, one of these two, they're gonna feel very familiar to you. So I would definitely try these guys out. But let me know what you guys think. What character are you planning on maining? Will you be playing Cypher? I know I will. He's going to be my boy. I'm excited for it. This is our final character breakdown, like I said earlier. So if you're looking for more of these, we have all of them uploaded on our channel already. So that's pretty cool. And then feel free to drop a like if you made it this far in the video. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the support coming from you guys. But Thanks again, guys. I love you. I let it out. Thanks.